Tonight is the night where we find out what 10 drivers will race for season number 4's championship of the Great Lake Truck Series as we get ready for race number 10 of the Black Horizon Truck Series from the virtual Michigan Speedway. It is going to be a fun night. It is going to be a fantastic night. And we are going to be in line for some great racing this evening. Welcome in to the 4th running of the Union.com Prehistoric Forest 200. It is race number 10 of 10 in the regular season series. Tonight, we find out who is in and who is out of the championship run. I am the captain, Chris Scala. We welcome you in to the virtual Michigan Speedway here on iRacing. It is going to be a fun night of racing. 80 degrees ambient, 91 down on the track, and pack racing is going to be in play tonight. Handling is going to be in play. Pit stops, so many things going to be in play tonight. It is going to be a very interesting one, as I mentioned, and we are looking forward to all the fun here from the virtual Michigan Speedway. Trucks are going on track together. I think we have ourselves a open qualifying session here. I'm looking down on the track and noticing this. So somebody might have messed up the qualifying settings or whatever there, but we have an open qualifying setup, I have noticed there on the track. So as that goes on, let's take a look at the point standings. That's the wrong button, Scala. We're going to get the chase grid up. There it is on the screen. Dane Cruz leads it right now by 8 over Zach Allman. a 31-point lead, or a 31-point deficit, I should say, for Caden Atkins under Zach Allman. Jason Dalton with his big win last week. He is now 4th in the points. Sean Peachin 5th. Noah Maori, Keith Calhoun, or William, Christopher Dean, and Chris Evans. That is your top 10, and right there is where the bubble sits. Drift is 18 points back in 11th. Alan Best, 1 point back in 12th. Lucas Strayer is 22 back from 12th. I should say it's all separated by the position, basically, is where you're seeing those points at. So on and so forth. So those are the 15 guys you're going to see going for it all when it is over with. Tonight, we'll try to keep track of that as much as possible as we enter in this final race of this regular season. Here's the schedule as we continue to show it off. Michigan tonight. Next week, we go to Indianapolis for the Lucas Oil Raceway. And we will be on the half-mile short track there just outside of Indianapolis on the 21st to 28th, Pocono Raceway. And then back to the big track at Indianapolis. And then, of course, Chicagoland Speedway, the home of Black Horizon Brewery. Going to be the home race for the championship. But tonight it is the home track for the series here in Brooklyn, Michigan, the Prehistoric Forest 200. If you don't know the story about the Prehistoric Forest, it's something I get to share each and every year when we talk about this race. It is a theme park, if you will, that was created back in the 60s and 70s. And unfortunately closed back in the 90s, but it is a theme park that sits just to the east of this track. And you can actually, if you drive down Highway 12 towards the racetrack, you will come across a dinosaur and a waterfall and a couple other things, and that is the Prehistoric Forest where it once laid there. So that is kind of, in a nutshell, what that is all about. So let's go down track because we got some interesting things brewing here, including open qualifying. Basically, instead of usually it's a single truck deal, tonight they're down on the track together, and because of that, it's creating a draft and kind of creating a little jumbo in the lineup here. Tanner Long is on the pole right now with a 39.65 second lap over Dane Cruz, Sean Peachin, Noah Maori. Matthew Telder is up to 5th, the Michigan driver. Ben Pierce, Caden Atkins, Zach Allman, Brian Sutphin, Jason Dalton, your top 10 right now. You see these guys kind of swapping around. That's more because they're just trying to get the draft and get as much momentum as they can out here on the track. You see spots being moved around here. Everybody kind of pulling off a little bit, less than a minute to go, so they should be able to get one more lap here. As you see Ben Pierce moving up to the 5th position. Noah Maori now up to the pole, the 39.59. It's all about rolling the draft here, down the straightaway to the start-finish line right there. And nobody moves around, it looks like. Oh, Sam Barnes getting a little loose there. That's going to slow that pack down just a wee bit. Sean Peachin might be in a good spot back here in the 21 truck. He has got the draft of the pack ahead, and as you know from Super Speedway racing, that is where you get the pole, is that usually that 5th or 6th car that's off the pack. Let's see if Sean can do it. Checkered flag. No, he doesn't move anywhere. So unless something changes here in the next 5 seconds, watching trucks come across the line, I think that's going to do it. I think you're going to see Noah Maori going to be the pole sitter for the 4th running of the Michigan 200. Appreciate the viewers joining us this evening. If you're new to the channel, make sure you follow us And give us a subscribe there on the YouTube page. You see we're drawing closer and closer to 500 subscribers, which is a very humbling deal. Just a little over a year now we have started broadcasting, and it is an honor to be able to have that kind of a number here in this series, or altogether for all the series that we broadcast for. Hello to Angel. Hello to Drift King for watching tonight. Of course, Drift is actually watching, or racing, I should say, in the number 14 car. As we take a look at the starting lineup, as you see them lined up on pit road, it will be Noah Mayari on the pole, carrying that momentum from last week, finishing in the second position. Noah on the pole, Tanner Long. Great start for him in that 42 car. He will start in P number 2. Starting in the third position, Dane Cruz looking to get that second win. He's going to win in Atlanta this season. Alongside him, Sean Peach, one of the hottest drivers on the circuit. Ben Pierce, he'll start there in the 5th position alongside the hometown driver, one of a few hometown drivers, Michigan's Matt Telder from the UP region, I believe, in Michigan. Alan Best, he is going to start 7th alongside Texas's Cedric Ingram. He runs pretty well at this track. Look for a potential good run for Cedric. Caden Atkins in the 9th position. He'll start alongside Zach Allman, who's been one of the hotter drivers on the series here the last few weeks. Unfortunately, Zach had a little bit of a run-in with a teammate last week and was unable to get the win. Jordan Watson, great qualifying effort for him. He'll start in the 11th position alongside Brian Sutphin, who's looking to get that luck turned around. Justin Bonnerit starting there in row number 7. Alongside him going to be Jason Dalton in the 4 truck. Row number 8, Tyler Brewer, the Canadian driver, alongside another Canadian driver, Chris Evans, in the 16th position. Hey, look at this, 3 straight Canadian drivers. Jason Clark making his return to the series tonight. Good to see him. He'll start 17th alongside Blaine Sparling. Teammates of Blaine, Travis Icavaci, Sam Barnes, all down under racing. 19th and 20th, William Martin, Anthony Marshall, season 1 winner right there in the 31 truck. Still, some call it the biggest upset in this league's history. The Dean Machine, terrible qualifying for him tonight. Christopher Dean and Robert Johnson, who had a great run earlier this season on a super speedway, so look forward to seeing him maybe surprise his way up to the front. Robert Lukens and Lucas Strayer will start 25th, 26th. All the way down here, the only driver who has finished in the top 6 in all 3 races here at Michigan, William Calhoun and Drift, will start tail end Charlie on the field. 28 trucks. Going to bring them to the green flag here. And it's really simple math for this race. 100 laps, 200 miles. That is it. To decide who will, 1, win the 4th running of the Prehistoric Forest 200, but 2, find themselves in the playoffs next week at Lucas Oil Raceway. Hopefully you've enjoyed your Wednesday night, and hopefully you've enjoyed your week so far. Of course, you know it's Wednesday night when we're on the broadcast, and it's Great Lake Truck Series Racing. Race number 10, the Black Horizon Truck Series, thanks to them. And, of course, hopefully, and usually they are streaming us there in the brewery outside of Chicago, Illinois. Appreciate everybody watching. Let's get this field of 10 set for the playoffs tonight at Michigan. We are green. A lot of draft. That is what you're going to see here for these first few laps. These guys are going to be almost wide open, if not totally wide open, around this track. Getting these tires up to speed. Look out for the looseness here, especially in turn 3 and 4. These trucks are going to dance a little bit until they get the tire temps up. Everybody clean and green out, and Noah Miari picking up where he left off last week, leading lap number 1. His teammate Dane Cruz up to 2nd. Tanner Long, Sean Peach, and Ben Pierce, your top 5, as Pierce drops her down to the bottom of that black, white, and blue. Number 65 down on that lower part of the banking, trying to get underneath Matthew Telder, but that outside line is going to freight train. Speeds around here around 190 mile an hour. All the trucks right here in the pack. Is that not one of the coolest sounds in the world right there? And as always, we got our cameras tonight. Track Cam 4 Gourmet. You can check them out at trackcams22.com as they offer us great pictures here from the virtual Michigan Speedway. As a battle for the lead, Dane Cruz underneath his teammate, going to bring Sean Peachin with him. Lead change number 1 amongst teammates. Telder trying to find a way to go. Doesn't know what floor he wants to be on. Going up the elevator, down the elevator, up the elevator. Tanner Long up there in that outside in the 42. Here comes Zach Allman. Zach up from the 10th position already. He's going to go 3 wide and make some aggressive moves, and up to second he goes. Zach Allman definitely showing the speed that PPM team has. And apparently it's Zach's birthday tonight. Not sure if that's true or not. I only want to guess how old he is. Happy birthday, Zach. And Allman going to go to the front, so 10th to first in 4 laps. That number 18, who is yet to win here at this virtual Michigan Speedway, up to the front. Got the top 12 cars right now separating themselves out. 13, Justin Bonner also right here on the edge of that battle too. Jason Dalton, Jason Clark, all right here also is there 2 and 3 wide. Miari going to go back to the lead with Sean Peachin. As they are good 2 and 3 wide. Down the front straightaway here. Forgive me, I got some things popping up on my screen here real quickly. Ah. Yes, get off my screen, thank you. Apologies about that as the fight continues. Mayari and Allman, there's Peachin up on the high side. Telder right there behind him, the 46 of Cruz right there. I mean, you got 10 cars within 0.7 of a second. This whole entire pack is all within 3 seconds, all the way back to 25th. There's Drift. What is he seeing right now out the windshield? That. This is why people love this virtual Michigan Speedway on iRacing and even in real life. The way this track can drive, and especially these trucks, how it drafts. A little blip of the throttle by the 14 there, just kind of rolling the bottom, riding right here behind season 1 winner, Anthony Marshall. There's Ben Pierce. There's Alan Best, also the 52 truck. Alan, of course, sponsoring tonight's race, the Union.com 200. You just see how the suck-up is in these trucks. They just punch a big old hole in the air and allows these trucks to make all types of moves. But you can see now the aero, I think, is starting to slowly play a role. 65% fuel in these trucks. So here in the next, I would say 10 laps or so, within the next 10 laps, you will say, oh, Sean Peachin's in the wall. Gets turned, the 98 goes into the wall, so does Cedric Ingram. The Ford truck of Jason Dalton goes spinning. And a Talladega-style big one. Ben Pierce also involved. And caution out. And Peachin's truck up in smoke. One of the hottest drivers in the circuit. Unfortunately, might have just watched his hot streak kind of fall apart here. Unfortunate for him. Oh, this all transpires here. It starts with Sean getting, looks like he got hooked. Oh, no, he didn't get hooked. Him and Allman are side by side for second. Maybe some net code there? We'll have to come back and look at it, but the trucks are on pit road real quick. Let's see the pit stops, and then we'll come back and show you the replay. But tough break for a lot of these trucks involved as May already to pit road. Overshoots its pit stall a lot. And we got some fuel-only stops here. Dean, there goes Telder. Cruz going to get off pit road. Caden Atkins with a lot of damage on that 2 truck. So potentially some big points implications here on lap number 10. Let's go back and let's see how this transpires between the 21 and 18. Let's see if there was contact here. And there's Zach's getting up there tight with him, maybe trying to apex the corner, maybe trying to side draft a little bit. I wouldn't think this early, but you never know. And yeah, there's a little bit of netcode. Little bit of netcode. Sean slams into the outside wall. And his teammate Chris Evans nowhere to go. Neither had Ben Pierce. And Cedric Ingram, who pretty much netcodes until Jason Dalton gets into the wreck in the 4 truck. And unfortunately for that 4 truck, I didn't even get a chance to share the great story behind that. Oh, the 69 involved also. That's Clark. And Sam Barnes goes 4-wheel drifting in the grass. A whole lot of trucks involved in this one. We're going to get 1 to go, and look who's in the lead. Here we go with this again. Anthony Marshall going to be leading it to turn 1. Remember I told you, Michigan, this track seems to bring out the upset winners in this series. And we could see it tonight. But again, there's still some 70 or 87 laps to go in this race. Let's, I want to bring up Jason Dalton real quick as we come to green. Let me see if I can get you a good photo of this car. Jason wanted me to show this off, and I wanted to do it in one piece, and I hate it for Jason that it's not the case. But basically, Jason reached out to me today. He's really big and a really caring person about a lot of people that are around him and stuff like that. And every time he brings this up to me, it's something I have no problem bringing up. But Jason has got this paint scheme on tonight for a young lady named Brittany. She's watching the race tonight with her parents, Robbie and Teresa. I want to give those guys a shout out tonight. They're doing a fundraiser that helps build a handicap-accessible playground in their community. But Brittany suffers from a chromosome disorder. So that's who he's running this paint scheme for. And he's got, and I'll show you a car photo here of it in a second, but we're going to come back to the green flag. But I just want to give a shout out to that family for watching tonight here on the stream. Obviously, we wish you nothing but the best. And if you do get some kind of fundraiser going or some kind of deal, please reach out to me. I would love to be a part of it and send you guys some money myself as a father of a 2-year-old who suffers from an autoimmune disease that I'm going to soon start probably pushing myself. I definitely want to support everybody I can. So definitely shout out to all you guys for watching tonight. So as the green flag has come back out, Dane Cruz takes the lead as Anthony Marshall hides for cover. That might be the move of the race when it's over with tonight. Off of turn 2, you see Miori diving back to the inside of Telder. Dane Cruz, Tanner Long, also Caden Atkins, somehow with that spoiler all jacked up, running into 5th position. That draft plays a big role in that. We had some trucks take 2 tires, or no tires, a couple tracks on 4. We'll have to watch those guys through the field here and see how that plays a role in the passing. As Telder drops her down to the bottom for the lead. Sean, get that damage fixed and get out there and get as many laps as you can, dude. Not able to get the momentum as Tanner Long. Look at this, slingshot engaged. Never know what can happen in a race, bud. Still got 83 laps. Alan Best up there on that high side. Zach Allman coming up through the field. He's one of the trucks on 4 tires, I believe, here. Spent 15 seconds on pit road. Usually that tells me tires. There's the 52 on the outside, Alan Best. Another driver who's been one of the hottest in the series, bringing that Union truck up towards the front. My podcast partner and also the 11th, I think right now, Sam Barnes, made the comment before, and he sticks to the word. He believes Alan Best could be a sleeper in the playoffs for this championship. Of course, that 52 truck has been to victory lane. We've talked about this so many times. He's been to victory lane, or the truck has. He is not. Tonight could be the night as he moves to P2, and Allen, also a driver on 4 tires, along with Tanner Long. So the top 2 and 3 out of the top 4 on 4 fresh tires right now. So we were talking about the young lady, Brittany, a second ago. I'm going to bring this over thanks to our Discord page. This is the paint scheme that Jason Dalton is running tonight for Brittany. So, again, shout out to her and the family. And Brittany, hopefully, nothing but the best, obviously, with you. Cool dog in the photo, too. That's pretty sweet. Nice job by Jason to do that for some friends of his and stuff. So, and look at this. AB coming to the front. Not able to clear Tanner. And I want to say this is Tanner's first laps led this season. And at 42, he has had some really big struggles this season. There's Keith Calhoun, that 99 truck. The only driver in the field that has top 6 finishes in all 3 of the Michigan races. Here he is, working his way towards the top 10. As a matter of fact, he's in it in the 8th position. Started all the way on the last row of the field, tail end Charlie, and runs 8th. William Martin here also in the 5 truck as Telder almost knocks the wall down off 2. William Martin in that Valvoline number 5. Shades of the 1998 Mark Martin paint scheme, I believe it is. Of course, the drones follow us each and every time we're on the air. And a big shout out to our buddies at Track Cams 4 Gourmet for allowing us to have the drones out and all the cool paints, or all the cool cameras and stuff, including the real life cameras that you see each and every broadcast. I shouldn't say each and every, most broadcasts, because some of the tracks they still don't have, but they're working on them. Big shout out to It's Van and the boys. Well, I should say It's Van only because he is a one-man show putting all of these cameras together and stuff. Everything you see is what he does. So big shout out to It's Van for what he does. How about 9th place right here? Robert Lukens at 33 truck. Working the bottom on Caden Atkins. There's some teammates back here. 12th, actually 11th through 14th, all of Down Under Racing right here. Sam Barnes looking underneath Lukens for position. You got Blaine Sparling, you got Christopher Dean, Travis Icavacci, all 4 of them right here in the field. As Dane Cruz under attack from his teammate Zach Allman. Of course, last week they came together again at the Virtual Phoenix Raceway. Alan Best leads this thing by 0.2 over Tanner Long, and they've got about 2.5 seconds over the 3 PPM trucks right here. 3rd, 4th, and 5th. William Calhoun there in 6th. Anthony Marshall on pit road. This is a scheduled pit stop right here. Lap number 25. The Mike Skinner Lowe's throwback. Right side tires on, left side's going on as Jason Clark is back on the track, and also Ben Pierce coming back on the track in the 65. The 4 of Dalton back on the track. These guys out here trying to get points. As Marshall, very long pit stop, 24 seconds as Drift comes to pit road. Here comes the 14 in and locks him up, gets into his pit stall pretty well. More tires and fuel for the old Drift King. And he pulls away. Battle between the teammates, Allman and Maori. This is the 5th position. You can hear them pretty much wide open around turn 1 and 2. Robert Lukens, Blaine Sparling here. Robert Johnson back here in the Valhalla Project number 20. Right behind his teammate, Tyler Brewer. Tyler in the Busch Ford. That was weird. And we got a truck in the wall. Ben Pierce. Not sure if he's just getting out of the way or if he blew a tire. I think he's more of the latter. Get out of the way, everybody. He plants himself in the wall. No caution. We stay green. There's the top two, and then there's the rest of the hounds, we'll call them. All chasing them around. Here comes Drift on the 4, Mr. Feelgoods. So as I mentioned, next week it's Lucas Oil Raceway, or IRP as I like to call it, being the old school guy I am, for race number 1 of the playoffs. 7 races in the playoffs. Of course, the first 3. Then we'll eliminate a couple drivers, and then there will be another round of 3, eliminate a couple drivers, and then crowning a champion at Chicagoland Speedway here in just a few weeks. Get a chance to, make sure you check out the fantasy page at GreatLakesSimRacings.com. Of course, you can set your fantasy lineup like I did and a bunch of others, and a chance to win a butt kicker prize. Each and every week, the top 3 in the standings for the week get in the running for a butt kicker, and of course, that'll be announced later on at the end of the season. And we should mention, if you put in the words GLSR, not really a word, it's more of an acronym, GLSR at checkout, you can get 20% off of your purchase at the Butt Kicker website, so make sure you check that out also here this evening. So that is all GreatLakesSimRacing.com, the website. 20% off a purchase of a Butt Kicker at, as you type in GLSR. Third distance in, 31 laps complete. Let's check out the old pit board and see how we are looking on pit stops. Let's flip it over to the pit stop lap. Everybody, of course, came to pit road at lap number 11, so we're 21 laps in. 65% fuel. You can go about 40 on a tank. So let's do the math off that. Half of 40 is 20. So 65, you're looking at probably 23 to 25 laps, I would say, before pit stop. So they should be in within the next 2 laps. I expect to see those trucks on pit road getting fuel, and who knows, maybe tires, maybe not tires. The line of trucks with the old Angel Pixie number 59. There's the 3 teammates from PPM still trying to work their way up on Tanner Long, who has led the most laps here tonight. Great job by Tanner. Is he the upset tonight, potentially? As I mentioned earlier, Anthony Marshall winning season 1, one of the biggest upsets in this league's history. Could tonight be the night we get the second big upset? Of course, the first year they ran this race, it was only 170 miles, so it was, off the top of my head really quickly, 85 laps. And season 2 it bumped up to 100, and that is where we've sat now for 3 years, or 3 seasons. As there's the boss man and the other hometown driver, Michigan's own Travis Icavacci. Who bats number 13. And also another thing we should share, in case you haven't heard yet, we have a podcast now called Here for the GLSR. It is on episode number 2, and it is posted now. You can check it out on Spotify, or even better, you stay right here on the YouTube page. You can actually go and access it here and listen to it on your computer right here from the YouTube page. No video or anything like that, just the audio. And you can enjoy the podcast, Sam Barnes and myself. And special guest this past week, William Calhoun. got to know William a little bit personally, and talks about what his life as a father's been and how it's changed him, and some of his favorite racing moments and stuff like that. And we even asked him a question. We'll leave it at this. What would he do if he ran this series? Very interesting answer coming out of his mouth there. So check that out on Spotify and online right now. It is here for the GLSR. So pit stops have officially started as Lucas Strayer in the 41 is in. Zach Allman, Alan Best, Noah Mayari, Christopher Dean. And I think Christopher Dean got a speeding penalty. Not the most necessary way I've ever heard somebody celebrate a speeding penalty, but I think he got one. Barnes having trouble with his pit stall. Dean did not get one, obviously, because he pulls away. So all the drivers pulling away here. Some taking tires, some not. And that hands the lead to Matt Telders. He's going to come to pit road now in that number 12, and he's all out of control. Tyler Brewer bringing his teammate with him to pit road. And we'll wait for the leaders to come by. And look at this, with Drift pitting early for those tires. Here he goes into the lead from dead last to first in 38 laps. The old Driftster. That's, of course, if he catches these three off turn one. So looking over at my timing board, I can firmly say, unless they were just that slow on pit road, every driver took 4 tires, it appears, on my screen. Because every pit stop I'm seeing is mostly 14 or 15 seconds. Alan Best at 12.1. That could have been right side tires maybe, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. And Telder maybe right sides with a 12.2. Otherwise, I think it's 4 tires for everybody as they put a lap on Justin Bonneret, and Drift blinks out doing it. And I think Drift is actually gone. Uh-oh. Don't tell me. Man works his butt off to get up to the lead. Oh, and he comes back a whole turn later. That's Drift flag right there. Yeah, Sean, I hate it for you there, buddy. But you know, as we've always said, keep fighting. You just never know. The way these guys are out here racing, you can see a big wreck and all of a sudden you're back in. And now Drift going to slide up the track, and there goes Allman going to go to the lead. Tanner Long going to go to second. Here comes the 8 of Noah Mayari, and that is just a separation of about 11 laps on your tires. Now Drift's going to start sliding backwards. Jordan Watson on pit road now. So from what I noticed, I don't think anybody got a speeding penalty, even though I thought somebody did. They made a comment about it, but it didn't happen. Up here for the lead, teammates again. Mayari going to the front in the 8 truck. Calhoun starting to cut his way up here through the field, going underneath Dane Cruz for the 3rd spot. So here comes Calhoun. And trouble is out for Brian Sutphin, who has jumped to pit road. Caution is out. Caution out. We'll see what happens to Brian. spins and exit out here on the back straightaway. Looks like he'd been in the outside wall. Comes down the track, locks it up, and goes bye-bye. Caution number 2 out of this Prehistoric Forest 200 presented by Union.com. And here we go with pit stops. Noah Miari, Cruz, Allman. It looks like all of the PPM guys coming in. Drift, obviously, he's coming. Allen, Best, Sparling, Telder, Strayer, Barnes, Johnson, Brewer, and Marshall all on pit road. Even Easter Bunny's on pit road. Not sure what the strategy will be here. Most of them maybe fuel only. Just topping it off is, I think, Justin Bonnarent's going to get the lucky dog. There's Noah Maori in the 8 truck. Started on the pole tonight. Has shown he's got the speed this evening to compete for a win. And let's get Noah up here with me here for a second. Noah Maori, obviously a great start for you tonight as you started on the pole. And pick it up right where you left off at Phoenix last week. Do you have the momentum, though, to this time get a victory tonight?
I certainly hope so. Obviously, this type of racing is a lot different than what we had at Phoenix. It's a lot more momentum racing than it is just pure speed. So there's more luck that plays into it tonight, but I feel like we're pretty fast. All of my teammates are pretty fast. And I feel like as long as everything works out, I think we'll be fine.
Talk about the strategy amongst you guys. How are you guys working as a teammates to each other and that kind of thing?
Yeah, right now we're just trying to focus on getting everybody up front if we can. I think everybody's led except for Caden. So we'll try to work on that, get some more bonus points for us. And, just working on fuel strategy and pit strategy. And by the time it gets to the end of the race, we're not going to really worry about each other as much anymore. But right now, we're just trying to help each other out and get to the finish.
I'm going to ask the weird question here. I think the answer is no, but I'm going to ask anyways. Can you make it on one more stop?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that answer is a no, but we'll certainly try.
All right, buddy. Well, hey, good luck the rest of the way. Congrats on the pole.
All right, thank you.
Absolutely. Noah Miari in the 8 truck started on the pole tonight and looked pretty quick tonight with the PPM team. And now that he's not in the room, I'm going to go ahead and put this out there. No, you can't make it this far on fuel. I was waiting for that answer to be like maybe, and I'm like, 55 laps? I want to see that one happen. Who knows? Somebody might pull it off. All right, so the pace car going to pull off turn 4, and I think it's time for us to have a little fun tonight. Let's crank up those speakers and go back racing here at lap number 45. And we are going to turn it up on Captain TV. Here we go. As you see, the wild racing continues up there for the lead. I saw Dean lead for a second. And now William Calhoun has gone to the front, passing Tanner Long. William Martin is here. How about Robert Lukens up from the 25th position to 4th? He has made an appearance tonight. Zach Allman up there in now the 5th position. Wayne Sparling in 8th. Robert Johnson up to 9th. Everybody getting pretty good runs down these straightaways and making the passes. As there is Telder to the inside of Christopher Dean. He's going to go by for position. Mike Cavachi, his teammate, right there behind him to push him. All these guys kind of spreading out. How about William Martin also up here in the 3rd position? So we are seeing a lot of drivers who have not won a league race or a race this season making that appearance up here, fighting for their lives. Those who have a chance to still make the playoffs, they're out here fighting for everything. As Tanner goes back to the front, look at all this juking and jiving. Oh, William Martin, hold on there, guy. Oh, loosey-goosey in that Valley number 5. Telder looking for somewhere to go. Robert Johnson there in the 20. Fantastic racing everywhere around this track right now. Oh, 4 wide back there. Tyler Brewer is in no man's land. That was yikes. I think all 4 drivers on the radio at one time just said the words, "That was terrifying." The track's plenty wide enough to do it, but yikes. So we have 20 trucks on the lead lap. And Jason Clark looks like returning back to the track. Jason is, I do the math, 16 laps down right now in this race. Yes, here they're really never lifting off the throttle in these trucks. They're wide open pretty much around here the whole entire time. A little bit of a lift maybe, but then the draft just pulls them right back up. That's what creates all these runs where you're able to make passes and stuff. But of course, now's when the truck gets tight. Robert Lukens up into the wall. Does a good job keeping out of everybody's way. As William Calhoun leads this thing. Calhoun looking for win number 3 of the season. And if he could do that, it would be his winningest season since the opening season where he won his championship at. Here's the second pack doing exactly what the first pack's doing, out of here fighting and racing hard. Trying to get whatever track position they can get. They always say in racing, if you want to be in it, or to win it, you got to be in it. Oh, and as I say that, they're wrecking. Off turn 4, that's William Martin in the 5 truck. Trying to get to him. There he goes. William Martin involved in the 5 truck. And a third caution out. Lap 57. How was nobody else involved in that? Get a replay as they catch the pace car here. William to the inside of Noah Miari. Got Zach Allman right there in front. Uh-oh. I'm seeing where this goes. Yep. And Allman gets a piece of it. Martin tried to clear himself, I think, there and get up in line, and there just wasn't room. Great job by everybody to miss it, but Zach Allman, William Martin get involved in this third caution. And the 18 got a little bit of damage on that right side. He'll probably spend a minute on pit road. So third caution here out. Let's see if they come to pit road. They still got to make one more stop to get to the finish. But at least this will set them up for it. Do you take tires here or do you wait till your last stop? Calhoun trying to get out of his pit stall there. Jordan Watson was trying to get in his. That might hurt him a little bit here. Tanner Long, race off pit road. I think it goes to William. All right, we're going to step away for a quick minute. We'll come back and get you the last 40 laps of the race here as you're watching the Black Horizon Truck Series on Captain TV. All right, back here at Michigan Speedway, virtually on iRacing. Appreciate all the viewers watching tonight. Of course, you can hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel. If you're not new, we appreciate you coming back and watching as we will go green. 40 laps to go with William Calhoun leading Tanner Long, Noah Mayari, Dane Cruz, Matthew Telder, your top 5 as we come back to the green. Cruz trying to push Tanner a little bit there. Tanner got loose, and look at Lucas Strayer jump to the top. And he thinks better of it, gets back in line. Robert Johnson up here in the 5th position, trying to work his way in, up 20 spots with help from Caden Atkins, who all of a sudden has a straight rear end again. As that outside line getting that train going. Again, these guys got to make one more pit stop. I'm expecting them to just split the 40 in half here, go 20-20 as Telder moves to 3rd. Mess of trucks right here. It's a gaggle. Yeah, 3 wide, and Tanner Long is going backwards. Not sure what's wrong with the 42 truck, if it's a lack of tires or something. But Tanner, farthest back he has been all night. Curtis, that's not very nice, young man. Little bit of bickering going on just now in chat between Telder and I think that was Dane Cruz. Just going to say those two are not too happy with each other at the moment. Oh, I hit the wrong guy. Sorry, Dalton. Dang it. Could you copy and post those again? This is what happens when I try to multitask. I'm trying to figure out a way to cut, I don't think I can. My bad, Jason. That was on me. Anyways, Noah Maori leads with Calhoun, starting to push him down the straightaway. Dane Cruz, Lucas Strayer, Caden Atkins there in the 5th position now with Telder, Johnson, Akavachi, Barnes, and Brewer. I wish there was a way I could edit that and fix that to where his stuff would post again. They go by the lap truck of Jason Clark. Definitely seeing a night of comers and goers throughout this race. And the few fast ones up here, staying up here the whole entire time. Noah Minari's been up here all race. Calhoun's worked his way up here and he stayed up here. Dane Cruz has been here. And then you look at Lucas Strayer. He's one of the newcomers up here to the front all of a sudden. Up 22 spots at lap 70. Robert Johnson, Travis Icavaci, Sam Barnes all coming to the front now, along with Tyler Brewer. Up to 20 viewers, and appreciate everybody being a part of this. And as soon as Jason gets his stuff back here, we'll get that stuff posted so you guys can join in and help out young Brittany, who is again battling a chromosome disorder. And we definitely want to show our support for her. So Brittany, keep your head up, keep fighting. And along with the family, you guys keep your head up. You guys are all heroes for the fight that you guys have to go through and stuff each and every day. So you guys keep your heads up, and I'll be glad to get something out to you guys somehow to support. And again, apologize for accidentally doing that to Jason. There's Icavaci off turn 4 as he follows that number 20 truck of Robert Johnson. Travis, a top 10 finish in this race last season, so he knows how to get around his home track. Right on board with Dane Cruz here in the 3rd position. Less than 30 laps to go. One more pit stop. We'll set the 10 drivers in the field for the playoffs, and of course, get ourselves another winner of this Prehistoric Forest 200. We've already had 3 winners in 3 races. Season 1, it was Anthony Marshall in the upset. Season 2 was Dylan Glass getting his first career win in the series. As Noah gets a little tight off turn 4 there. And season 3 actually won by Justin Laxton in that race. There's Caden Atkins again, worked his way back up to 5th, got a good portion of damage fixed. He's got Lucas Strayer right there in front of him. Lucas having a Another fantastic run after starting in the back of the field. How about this guy here in the 10th position doing a great job tonight? Tyler Brewer in the 40. Tyler's definitely had his season of struggles tonight, or this season, I should say. Tonight's doing fantastic as he's right there ahead of 18 to Zach Allman. I'm going to keep my fingers away from Dalton's messages so I don't touch him again. There you go. All the info you need right there. Sean Peachin, fans, he is back on track right now. He has already gained 2 spots up to the 25th position as he tries to salvage his way into the playoffs. As we are starting to see pit stops here. I'm hearing people calling out their pit stops with 24 to go. And it's going to start with Tanner Long and Robert Lukens to pit road. Anthony Marshall is in. Tanner, who has been up there towards the front most of the race. Yes, sir. Hi, Captain. Left side tires going on. So 4 tires and fuel. And let's see if Tanner can undercut some of these trucks and jump back up to the front. As they need this race to stay green right now. As you see Dane Cruz back there in 3rd, as I mentioned. They go by the lap truck of Ben Pierce. As there's Sean Peachin right there in the 21 truck. Telder to pit road. The Michigan driver trying to win his first race of his league career. Left side tires going on. And he will pull away. So more pit stops going on here. 21 laps to go as pit stops officially happening now to go to the finish. Robert Johnson, Tyler Brewer, William Martin on pit road. Tires and fuel for both of those guys. So now the leaders coming all in. Maori coming in, Calhoun, Crusack, and Strayer, all these guys in. As there'll be 4 tires and fuel as Red Light Productions joins us tonight. Sorry your race went bad there for you, bud. I know a lot of guys probably not happy with how everything transpired tonight, and some it might affect their playoffs, but the great news is, and gosh, it's so easy for me to say compared to the others right now because I'm just the guy calling the race, but next week comes, thankfully, for everybody. So, but obviously I know a lot of drivers are more feeling right now than they are 7 days from now. So Dean leads his teammate right now, Sam Barnes, out on the track as they cross the line. 19 laps to go. And this Black Horizon Brewery Truck Series. And a big shout out to them if they're watching tonight at the brewery just outside Chicago. Oh, Chi-Town. Justin Bonner in pit from the 5th position, and here come the down under teammates. Sam about runs over Chris. As a matter of fact, Sam is going to slide. Oh, and he misses the cone. He's going to be penalized for an unsafe pit entrance after almost running over his teammate. And now caution is out. Trouble. It is over in turn number 2. It is Lucas Strayer, Lucas Strayer, the 41 truck. And that truck is destroyed, and Barnes might have just got saved by that caution. He's going to go a lap down, actually, so no, he's not going to be saved. Doesn't say he won't have to worry about coming back to pit road for a penalty. So the 4th caution of the evening out, 18 laps to go. Strayer falling behind Matthew Telder. Whoa! And into the wall hard. Did he misjudge maybe passing Telder there, it looked like? I'll have to watch that again. Watch as he looks like just gets indecisive behind Telder. He gets a good run into the corner. You see, he just decides to cut it to the bottom here, and it just loses the back end. And Robert Johnson, unfortunately, having connection issues. It looks like he's off the track now. This could be one of those situations, again, if you're somebody like Sean Peachin I was talking about. Sean's already gained 4 spots. He's not going to get up to where, say, Robert Johnson is, because he still needs to gain 38 laps. But he can still get up to maybe at least the 22nd or 23rd position. All right, let's go over real quickly how the rest of the weekend is going to work here on Captain TV. Friday night, we'll be back on the air for the Blown Piston Racing League Truck Series as they wrap up their 10th week of their regular season at Chicagoland Speedway virtually. We'll have that for you Friday night here on Captain TV. And then, once again, I got nothing on Saturday, so I'm going to take a day myself after what is going to end up being a very long work week, because I've been working almost 12 hours the last 2 days. And we'll come back Sunday with the Clash Series from that BPRL Series. And that'll start at 8 o'clock Sunday night from Chicagoland. And we get one to go this time by Drift, and Anthony Marshall going to get wave arounds and get back on the lead lap, I believe. So here's what we look at right now is we just had the green flag pit stops there wrapping up. We have Noah Maori leading with Calhoun in second. Dane Cruz third. Caden Atkins, Matthew Telder, your top five. A lot of these leaders pitted right at lap number 80. And we got some trucks that pitted at 78, some at 79, and then we have a few at 84. So we're going to see a little bit of a different tire strategy here, which could make a difference in this race. So we're going to have to watch this one very closely now as they come to the green flag. And here we go, green flag is out. Noah Maori hold off for a second career win, second straight week he's actually been in this spot. Teammates pushing each other down the back straightaway. Now they're going to go three to the inside lane. Noah goes down to help the draft. Calhoun going to break up the tandem of four trucks from PPM, all working their way up. Alan Best up here in the 7th position. Tyler Brewer to 8th. William Martin back up to 9th after being involved in an accident earlier. Wish there was a way I could set up the buttons to see like who has gained the most spots since the restart here. This is where it gets interesting with the different tire sets and stuff like that. Laps to go from the virtual Michigan Speedway. Again, next week, Lucas Oil Raceway will kick off the playoff season for this Black Horizon Truck Series. Calhoun trying to hold off Cruz and Allman, and Caden Atkins right there at his 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Here we go for the lead. Calhoun and Maori, a little bit of side draft. Calhoun's going to lose the momentum here, though. Here comes Dane Cruz to the outside, his teammate. Maori's, that is. That's what's so tricky about this track is you got to be able to pull up to the outside lane when you try to make a pass or you lose all the momentum. I think if I'm Calhoun, you got to try to get in line real quick here because that draft's going to catch up. Oh, trouble with Brewer and Sparling come together on the back straightaway. And they somehow save it. 1 versus 4. Right up here at the front. Alan Best trying to get in here himself in that Union truck. Of course, the sponsor of tonight's Union.com. Prehistoric Forest 200 here at the virtual Michigan Speedway. Calhoun, maybe some contact netcode wise. Netcode's been very active tonight. Atkins trying to help his teammate, and so is Maori as much as possible here. How good is that 99 truck? You're seeing it. Even Dane Pushing cannot get himself cleared. Great racing up here at the front. Back here, Sam Barnes working his way around his teammate Blaine Sparling to 20. Back on track, a couple laps down after blinking out. 4 laps down to be exact. 42 of Tanner Long in this picture. William Martin, all these guys. Tanner is going to be very disappointed, I think, when this race is over. Unfortunately, a chance to win in at 42. And, I mean, he's still got the chance at the top 10, so anything's possible there. And all of a sudden now these two have swapped spots, and Calhoun's up on the top side. Four laps to go. Finally, these guys go single file. Who's going to get the run to potentially take the lead here? Calhoun to the bottom. Now, I should go back. I keep referencing that season 1 race, the one that Marshall won. It was Calhoun that Marshall got past. Now, the thing about it, it was on the last lap. Can Calhoun get his revenge on the last lap of this race? As this time by, 2 laps to go. Calhoun looking, he's at the quarter panel side draft. Can he clear him? He's not cleared yet. And here come the teammates behind Maori. White flag from Michigan. Dean catches the wall going into 1. That's going to hurt him a little bit. Oh, and Noah, they're leaning on each other. Down the back straightaway. What's Dane Cruz do? Alan Best back there going for 4th. And Zach Allman is spinning on the back straightaway. As Calhoun is going to take the lead. Cruz gets into the back of his teammate trying to bump draft him. Drag race to the line as William Calhoun has won the 4th Prehistoric Forest 200. He was on the podcast this past week, and we talked about winning this race and how it got taken away from him 3 seasons ago, and they can't take this one away as he gets win number 3 of the season. And oh, by the way, Calhoun is in the playoffs. Burning the house down. That's Sith Talk number 99. He ain't done. Donuts for everybody. I'm about to count those donuts. We might have a baker's dozen out there. And in the victory lane he goes. As we take a look at the final results of a very wild race. And I don't know how Noah Maori is going to take this, but he finishes second again after a pass in the last 5 laps of a race. 6 100ths. Finishes second. Dane Cruz third. Alan Best 4th, and Christopher Dean finishes 5th. Caden Atkins 6th. Matthew Telder 7th. William Martin 8th. Blaine Sparling 9th. Tanner Long comes back for a top 10. I'm sure he's not going to be too happy with that. Travis Icavacci 11th. Tyler Brewer 12th. Drift 13th. Sam Barnes 14th. Zach Allman 15th. After something on the last lap, we're going to go see if we can find it. Anthony Marshall finishes 16th. Justin Bonder at 17th. Jordan Watson 18th. And looking through the rest of the lineup here, Robert Johnson 19th, Ben Pierce 20th, 21st Lucas Strayer, 22nd Robert Lukens, 23rd Jason Clark, 24th Sean Peachin, 25th Brian Sutphin, 26th Chris Evans, 27th Jason Dalton, 28th to Cedric Ingram. All right, let's, before we talk to the winner of the race, I want to go back to the last lap, and I want to see if I could find what transpired here with Zach Allman. It's already happened at this moment, but Zach's going to spin to the infield, I think, here. There's Zach right behind Matthew Telder. And wow, Telder hooks him. I'll have to watch that again. I want to see if Zach did come down a little bit or something there. Pulls out there. Yeah, he just gets in the side of him there. Zach didn't come down at all. I don't think it was anything intentional. But either way, he gets in the side of him, and Allman spins around, and if that ends up 15th, I'm sure he's not going to be too thrilled about that. I want to watch this one more time. And let's go on board. Teller doesn't really move the wheels, so you can definitely tell when anything malicious, they just come together. There's the finish. I'm going to keep it here and Teller. I want to see if anything happens out of this in the end, because you know how people can get fiery after a deal like that. So with that win for William Calhoun, he officially now makes it a three-way tie. Oh, you see, Allman was coming. So yeah, there was something going on there, potentially. So we'll have to check out the boxing ring here in a few minutes, I think, and make an appearance in there. But what a race it was! Don't want to take away from William Calhoun, who has just scored his 9th career victory, which again puts him in a three-way tie now. Zach Allman and Ricky Springer in the league wins. And we've definitely got some interviews we do want to do this evening also with the winner, as we've got some breaking with the playoffs and stuff like that. But one driver we know is going to be in the playoffs tonight is this season is going to be the guy that has tied Zach Allman and Ricky Springer for first all-time in wins with 9 career victories, his 3rd win of the season, and now a Michigan winner, William Calhoun.
Dude, I wish you could see my face right now, man. I'm so happy with that finish.
Well, now we're starting to wonder, and I feel terrible for Sam here. You were the first and only guest we've ever had on the podcast, and you just won the next race. So now I'm pretty sure every driver in the series is knocking on Sam's door right now on Discord. Like, dude, bring me on. I'm ready. But in all seriousness, man, what a race it was. It was you against the 4 ppm guys. You somehow were able to hold off the draft that they were trying to push each other by you and make that pass on Noah. And it was some very close but fantastic racing.
Yeah. Dane and Noah were, 2 peas in a pod, of course, because they're teammates, which I expected. And I'm really surprised that I was able to keep up with them in the low line out of draft. Because like the low line isn't my preferred line, and I don't think it's the fast line at all. So I honestly, I don't know, the iRacing gods blessed me tonight, because I'm not sure how I kept up with them.
All right, so for the viewers watching, I'm going to educate you guys for a quick second, because I think I know what William's going through right now, and I've been in these shoes before, but I'm pretty sure that William just let out the quietest bleep probably in his house, because it sounds like, by the way he's talking, his little one's sleeping. So,
yeah,
not able to yell as loud. Been there before. But obviously, we talked about this on the podcast, not to spoil it for those who haven't seen it yet, but does this kind of verify where I asked you, is this your best season yet?
Okay, not counting season 1, I'd say so. I don't know, this last half of the season has just gone amazing for me.
Well, you've definitely earned it, man. Congratulations. You fought hard. You earned that win. You're in the playoffs, it appears. So congratulations on that. You get to go get ready for Lucas Oil Raceway. Go get Junior and make sure he's all good. And congratulations. And, what was for dinner?
My protein shake. That's what I had.
Nothing wrong with that. Just drink it really quickly. Those things turn into mud real quick. Congratulations on the win. And, man, great job tonight.
Yeah, cool. I got a couple things to
No
say.
shout outs, yeah, by the way. Yeah, forgot that part.
Yeah, thanks. First of all, shout out to PPM. I know we give them a lot of shit, but honestly, they're a lot of fun to drive around. I really trust them, and tonight proves that, they're excellent drivers. Shout out to Noah. Him and I had a lot of dancing tonight. I'm gonna take him out to a nice romantic date after that finish for sure.
A Texas two-step, shall we?
Exactly. We're gonna, how they say, watermelon crawl.
Oh, classic.
Yeah, and shout out to Dane, but shout out to Travis for running the best league on iRacing, and Chris Scala with Captain TV. Shout out to all my mates at Bully Racing. They helped me get this win today, with some strategy, improvising, and calls and stuff like that. What else? Shout out to Sith Talk, amazing podcast about all things Star Wars. You can catch them wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. They're all over. Great podcast. Check them out. If you're in the market, or if you're looking to add a furry friend to your family, check out your local shelter. And there's so many pit bulls that need a good home. Yeah, go get a pit bull. Rescue a pit bull. That's all I got, Chris.
Well, great job tonight, and I'm going to leave you with this thought. I don't think Noah was alive when that song came out.
I don't know how Noah is. I
think he's 20-ish.
When did that song come out?
It was in the 90s. I think it was the 90s.
I'm a 95.
I might have been the only one alive. Anyways, nice job tonight, man. Congratulations, bud.
All right. Thanks, Chris. Catch you next week.
You too, buddy. That is Calhoun, of course, the winner tonight at Michigan. And as they always say in racing, one guy's wins, another man's loss. I'm just kind of modifying it to my own version. And we're going to bring Noah up here. And Noah, once again, a win taken away from you, I guess, so to say. But, Calhoun just, I don't know if you heard the stream, but Calhoun just praised you for your racing and stuff, and had a blast out there racing. Congrats on the second, but I know it hurts, but talk about those last couple laps.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I felt like I had learned something early in the race. The high lane in 1 and 2 was definitely way better, and so trying to defend the high lane was the priority. And just the last lap, the lap before that, just kind of messed up there. Should have protected the bottom going into 3 and 4, but Calhoun's awesome to race with. I've raced with him for years, and he's just a blast to race with. So certainly it was a lot of fun. Just really unfortunate that lost it in the last lap 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, unfortunate, but that's how you get your chance to win, and that's how wins come, is you get yourself in that spot to win that race. So congrats to you on that, and you know what, you got some momentum now going. You're in the playoffs. How do you keep this going to maybe even go win this championship now?
Well, I think the big thing is just to stay out of trouble. Just not get caught up in wrecks. That was a big problem for me for several weeks throughout the season. Was just getting caught up in just dumb stuff. And if I feel like if I can avoid that, I have the pace to at least keep up, if not run out front like the last couple weeks. But I think that's the biggest thing, is just to try and get qualifying better, and just avoid senseless wrecks. I think that's really all you can do, because like I said, I feel like the speed's there. You just have to minimize mistakes, and I think we'll be fine.
Congratulations on P2 there, and shout out to whoever you like to, bud.
Yeah, just want to thank all my PPM teammates, Caden Atkins, Dane Cruz. Just they helped me out a lot today. Zach Alman, his birthday today, so happy birthday to him. Surfshark VPN, Dream Clothing, and you can get 10% off if you use code PPM for Glitch Energy. And thanks for everybody who puts on the league, and thank you for broadcasting us every week.
No problem. I think I might be getting a hold of you guys here by the end of the week about that promotion, so I might need it work-wise. But congratulations and great job on your top 3 finish there, bud.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Noah Miari joining us. And for those wanting to see, yes, there is stuff going on in the boxing ring, sort of. So we'll have to keep an eye on what's going on up there. Let's get Dane Cruz, who finishes in the 3rd position. And I'm sure he's potentially a happy camper there. Unfortunately, falls back there at the end. You're trying to help your teammate there, Dane, but still a great 3rd place finish and great momentum for you also as you head into the playoffs.
Oh, you betcha. Tonight, I wouldn't call this a crazy race. Tonight it was pretty clean, actually. Survived with the P3, so I'll definitely take it. Probably won the season or regular season championship, so I'll take that and run into the chase. And also, it sucks that Noah lost this one again, but in my heart, I think he won the last 2. No offense, Dalton or William.
Well, let's talk about that for a second, because I'm going to make jokes about it. Let's be honest, because I'm one that makes jokes about the obvious, even though as long as people figure out I'm not really like hacking on them with it in a serious manner. But I'm going to bring it up to you because I think it's a fair question to ask right now. You guys have been dominant as a team the last 3 to 4 weeks. However, 0 wins. How do you fix that?
Honestly, I don't know. Last week it was just a whole tire situation. I mean, you heard my thoughts on that in the Discord. It's just, it was kind of silly last week. Tires shouldn't matter that much, but it's iRacing. But I don't know. Today is just, I don't know. I couldn't get to Noah's bumper and give him a push. I was trying my best, but just really couldn't. But going off into the chase, we'll be turning it up now. I can assure you that one. So we'll be winning races again. All
the way turned up, as they say, right? Great job. I won't say that again, I promise. Congratulations tonight, and send shout-out to whoever you like to.
Okay, so we got Glitch Energy, code PPM for 10%.
All right, we got
it. Surfshark, there's a link somewhere. You can go that 40% off, so hit me up on Discord or something if you want that. I don't know. D-Nice Designs, Make My Truck. Who else do we got? I'll give a shout out to Caden because I'm sorry I cost him like 3 spots at the end, so my bad, Caden. Love you, bud.
Well, great job tonight, Dane, and you guys there. Keep working at it, and we'll see you next week at Lucas Oil, or what I like to call Indianapolis Raceway Park.
All right, see you there.
Absolutely. So Dane Cruz joining us. I'm keeping my eyes on the boxing ring right now. It's starting to kind of build up a little bit there, but interesting stuff, we'll call it, going on there in chat, and a bunch of people hanging up here in chat. But there's one interview I'm going to bring down here. Usually we do the top 3, but this guy deserves this one. What a race he had tonight. I talked about him being a potential winner tonight and a surprise winner. We talked about Sam Barnes picking him as his guy to win the whole thing. And to win the whole thing, you got to be in the thing. And to be in the thing, you got to, I don't know from there. But anyways, Alan Best joins us. Alan, congratulations in the playoffs, I've been told. And what a comeback for you to get yourself in there.
Yeah, I think I barely squeaked by the skin of my teeth there. I knew I had to have a clean race and keep my nose out of trouble just to have a chance. I thought I messed it up with off pitting there, and I should have probably took tires when I didn't, but it worked out in the end. So I'm pretty happy.
Talk about the race tonight for you, because obviously you were very consistent tonight. Obviously the sponsor of the race, so that put a little pressure on you. Just talk about that pressure, knowing that you had to do this to win, to get into the playoffs. 1, you have the sponsor above you. 2, and you're trying to win your first race.
Yeah, I was trying to not let the pressure get to me, and just kind of run the races that I've been running lately, consistent top 10s. And I figured that'll get me in the playoffs. So I was just thinking about that. I took tires early just to get into the front of the pack when I think it was just me and Tanner took tires. So kind of kept my nose clean that way, and then the rest of the race with either old tires or in the middle of the pack, I was just being extra careful, knowing, well, because Evans, I believe, crashed out early, and that was one of the guys in front of me for the playoffs. So I think I was only 1 point behind Drift going into today. So I knew if I just kept him behind me, I was good for the rest of the time. So once that first caution happened and I got at the beginning of at the front of the field there, I could kind of relax a little bit, just run clean laps and save my tires a little bit.
Well, great job tonight, and shout out to whoever you like to, Alan.
Yeah, shout out to my team, Best Racing. It's just me and Jordan, but he's been a help, even though he's not had the best season. And obviously, my sponsor, Union.com. Go check them out for any apparel you might want. We have new T-shirts actually for this race up there that we can order with my truck on there. I would have liked to get the win, but I'll take a what was it, fourth, and into the playoffs. So we'll see how the playoffs can go.
Absolutely. Well, great job tonight, man. Happy for you. Happy for the team. And go celebrate.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, you too, Alan. Alan Best there joining us, of course, with a victory, or a victory for himself getting into the playoffs. Sorry, I got distracted by a post. But a fourth place finish getting him into the playoffs. Congratulations to him and all the drivers who made the playoffs this evening. We'll have standings for you coming up next week. But congratulations to all the drivers. It should be fun as we go to Lucas Oil Raceway next week. It will be round number 1 of the playoffs. So cannot wait for that. It should be a lot of fun. So with that said, we're out to enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening. A big shout out to William Calhoun, who wins tonight. And also make sure you go check out the Here for the GLSR podcast. That is live and active, 2 episodes deep on Spotify or even on this YouTube page. And obviously looking forward to this episode number 3, which will feature, you got to find out. You got to watch to find out. So with that said, we're heading out. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening. And remember, as you saw tonight, this isn't just a game. It's iRacing. See ya!